that's pretty exciting. That really is. I want to talk with you a little bit. So we have a little bit of lesson here now. Keep a little bit of teaching. Now today, in today's gospel, okay, in today's gospel, we heard about a man who came to Jesus, but he was, let me talk now. But he was a little bit unhappy. Even though he had lots of things, he had lots of money. He was a young man. He had lots of money, or we can say he had lots of toys. Okay. You have toys. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Nona. Thank you. Good to know. You had lots. Wait. Now, he had lots of toys. I know you want to talk, but we have to kind of wait right now. He had lots of toys. Everything he wanted in this life. He had plenty of money. And he came from a pretty rich family. When we're rich, what does that mean? We have lots of what? Money. Yeah, or we have, and it's not always bad to be rich. It depends on what we do with what we have, right? With the riches that we have, with the money or the things, or the toys that we have. Now, in this case, this young man, was very upset with himself. He felt like something was missing, okay? Because even though he had all these toys, all this stuff, all this money, he was, listen, he was unhappy. Now, why was he unhappy? Anybody want to take a guess? I want hands on this one. Okay, I'll say what, hands. Okay, Amelia, why was he unhappy?
Because he did something wrong to himself. He didn't want it to do, and he didn't want it to do that.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, Ezekiel?
It's because he stole a lot of things, and now he's got and back when he had stole all the things, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, all these things he didn't know what to do with them all. Yes. Okay.
Maybe he had so many riches that he was like rich, and people were like upset with him somehow.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're on the. I'm gonna have one more comment. Okay, Nicholas.
Maybe because he had so much money, he didn't care about anyone else.
There we go. Had so much money he didn't care about. Now, all of you said the same thing. But the thing is, it seems to me that his problem was that he didn't. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. No, don't tell me. But I think that his problem was that he didn't know how to what? Well, he knew how to care for it, but he didn't know how to share. He didn't know how to share. And so what Jesus says to him is, listen, I'll teach you how to share. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I'll teach you how to share, but the way we're going to start is I want you, now listen to this. I want you to take everything you have, I want you to sell it, and then give all the money you get to the poor, and come follow me. Because he wanted to follow Jesus. He wanted to be with Jesus. But the young man was very discouraged because he didn't think that he could do this, okay? So there are two things, now listen to me now, okay? There are two things about sharing that we probably ought to understand, okay? The first thing is we have to learn how to share what we have. Now we may say, oh, I don't have enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough toys. I don't have enough Halloween candy. I can't share that. How many of you have Halloween candy this year? Some of you did. You probably got it here at Holy Cross. Okay. How many of you had Halloween? And we have this. You can't count all of you. Okay. But the whole idea, one of the things that Jesus is always trying to teach us is how to share. Okay. There's a story, and sometimes the problem is we get what we want, and we hold on to it, like in a big fist, okay? Like, let's say we really enjoy honey, okay? And we just can't, we can't let go. And so the honey just won't, we just hold it on our feet. When I was a kid, there was this story that my mother read to me. and it was about a little bear. I'm sorry, this is going to sound a little silly to the adults here. But the name of this bear was Boo Boo the bear. Okay? And Boo Boo had a problem because one day he was walking through the woods with his mother, and he looked up into a tree, and guess what he saw? He saw a bunch of bees coming out of the tree. What do you think that meant? And honey. He smelled the honey. So he goes up the tree. He sticks his paw inside of the tree, grabs hold of the honey, tastes a little bit, and goes, oh, that's good, and keeps gathering more and more in his hand. But in the meantime, what's happening? The bees are stinging him, especially on the nose. And it really hurts, but he can't let go of that honey because it tastes so good. And so he's stuck. His paw is stuck in the trunk of the tree. And finally his mother yells up to him and says, Boo Boo, come down. And in the next picture you see Boo Boo sitting with his mother looking kind of sad with a big Band-Aid wrapped around his nose, okay? In other words, he was holding on to that honey, and that was the most important thing to him, even if he's being stung. We have to learn how to share with each other, don't we? Okay, okay. We have to, just 1 second. We have to learn how to share with each other and to help each other. So if we see one of our brothers and sisters that needs something, I like it when some of you come into church and you actually put maybe some of your allowance into the little offering plate we have, or the little offering house we have in the beginning, in the front of the church there, or the back of the church. Okay.
How you share? You give people toys, and then you let them people share them, and then they can share them forever, and then they just keep sharing them and sharing.
That's right. If you share with somebody, you're teaching them how to share too, right? And does Jesus want us to learn how to share? Yeah. That's good.
I got a lot of suey candy.
That's really good.
But we got places. She can't have suey candy.
What were you going to say?
I need one of my baby dolls to make it.
Okay, very good. So these are all good examples. But I want you to remember, that we have to share with each other, and sometimes we have to share with people who don't have much. Okay, do we have food here at the church that we give to other people?
Yeah.
I think most of you have. How many of you visited the food program outside there? Okay. And what do we do there? What do we do there? Yeah, we give people who don't have enough food to eat. And the church does this, and we've been doing this for over 20, 25 years now, haven't we? Okay, because Jesus says, I was hungry, and you fed me. Okay, all right. Now there's something else about sharing I want to tell you about. Can you listen to me one more time? One more time? There's something else about sharing that's really important to remember. And that is we also share by being kind to each other. Okay? By being kind and being nice to each other and being considerate. What does it mean to be considerate? Give me your hand. To be considerate. What does it mean? What does it mean, Marie, to be considerate? It means to be kind. Okay. So, if let's say you're here at church, okay? All right? Just a second. You're here at church, and you see somebody, let's say a new kid, a new child, shows up at our church, okay, for the first time or the second time, and they don't know anybody, okay? Let's say he or she is maybe 7 or 8 years old. They don't know anybody.
My mom was thinking about put the candy canes on a sleeve.
We'll get back to the candy canes later on, but the main thing here is you see a child standing alone who's just gotten here for the first time. And nobody seems to be coming up to him or her and saying, hey, do you want to come and play on the playground structure? Or do you want to go out to where the mud is with us and play in the dirt? Okay? Do you want to be our friend? You know what I'm saying? Now, should we go up to that person, or should we just let them stand there and feel lonely? What do you think? That's good. Yeah, sometimes we just forget and we let somebody just stand there and they don't really feel like they're part of everything. So even though you're very young, I want you to all remember that, okay? What did I just say? That when we see somebody who's kind of standing alone or at the church for the first time, do we just run off with our friends and forget them?
No.
Because this is a church, this is where Jesus is.
No.
What do? We go up to them and what do we say? Hey!
Hey, you want to play with
Yeah, you want to play? Come on. Come on and join us. Okay? All right. And by the way, what if grown-ups in the church see a grown-up that's at church for the first time and is just standing around? Should the grown-ups just walk away? No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But they should go up and they would say, hey, would you like to come and sit with us during coffee hour? Or just start up a conversation, because sometimes that happens because we're all so busy. And we have to remember that in the church's life, we're here to bring people to Jesus, aren't we? And the way we bring people to Jesus is to show them the love in our hearts, in our church here. Does that make sense? You think you can all do that? Okay, hey, come on and play with us. That's a good idea. Okay, so those are the two things about sharing, I think, today. Okay, share with what we have, and be kind, okay? To our brothers, our sisters, to our parents, okay? And to people that, if we don't, and we should be kind not only to people that we like, but even to people that we don't like. Thank you, Corinne. All right? Even to people that we feel a little uncomfortable with. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, brothers and sisters? All right. Well, you've all been really good. Not too squirrely. Not too squirrely. All right. We're going to have a wonderful Christmas together. Okay? All right. God bless you. Christ is in our midst.